As the phosphorus tank from the derailed train car continues to slowly burn itself out, the evacuated people at the Dayton Convention Center stood by the television set and waited for the word that the evacuation has been lifted. Approximately 23,000 people were evacuated Wednesday night, and approximately 90 were treated in hospitals after a derailed car exploded a second time. Around 5,000 people fled to shelters at University of Dayton Arena and the Convention Center. The first blast caught the Miamisburg area by surprise, but these evacuees never expected the second.
When the alarm was sounded for the second explosion, and they told everybody over the television to evacuate immediately, I went outside and I could see the smoke and the gases moving up the hill toward us. So we just took what we had and ran out and got in the car.
The police came through the habitat area with the speaker telling us that we should evacuate immediately.
Red Cross officials were unable to give a dollar amount on the food that was distributed through the crisis, but donations have been generous. Red Cross shelter manager Dale Grote said his crew was ready to shelter the second wave of people.
Here in Dayton, we're very, very fortunate, and really in the Ohio area, because the Dayton chapter is one of only 4 chapters in the country that has access to a national disaster warehouse, and we have that located here in Dayton. So we immediately dispersed trucks to bring in the cots and blankets and what we call our comfort kits. The city of Dayton and the other people relating to the city of Dayton here at the Convention Center were very, very good to us, because they have food here, they have a catering service that works with the city, and so we worked with them, and they've done a marvelous job.
John Linning and his family live 6 blocks from the accident. He said the sound of trains never have bothered him. He's heard them for years living so close to the tracks, but after the accident, trains have a different meaning.
In the wake of this incident, there's many citizens of this community, I believe, which are going to have an entirely new perspective on the sound of the approaching train at night. It's not the first near disaster, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
The disaster evacuation is pretty much lifted at this time. People began going home around noon. The shelter manager Grote says the biggest problem he had here were dealing with the pets, but he says overall the sheltering and the evacuation ran smoothly. At the Convention Center in Dayton, Tino Ramos, TV 35 News.